What's up guys, MC Handyman, welcome back. Today I'm going to show y'all how to make butter, and this is all you need. Let's get to it. Alright, so you want to keep everything cold. I just got some ice in the big bowl here and set my thing down in there. We're going to go ahead and stick it on our mixer. You can also do it with a food processor. I haven't tried it with a blender, but it's really easy. You just take your heavy whipping cream, pour it in. Make sure everything stays really cold when you're doing it. I'll go ahead and empty this whole thing in there. And we'll do a batch. Drop that in. And then, now we'll whip it. If you just keep over whipping the whipped cream, it'll turn into butter. Alright, so after a few minutes, you're going to end up with some whipped cream. It's going to be nice and sweet. But we don't want whipped cream. We want butter. So we're going to keep whipping and over whip the whipped cream. And it's going to turn into sweet butter. Just watch. Alright, so right now at this point, it has the consistency almost like ricotta cheese. It's really nice and sweet and almost tastes exactly like ricotta cheese. And if you want to make your own ricotta cheese, this is the step where you would stop. Since we're keeping it going, here shortly, you're going to start seeing the little liquid milk start to separate from the butter. Right now, you got ricotta cheese. There's cream, then whipped cream, then ricotta, and now we're making butter. All right, so we're about 10 minutes in. It's starting to do its thing now. You can really see it separating. So I'm going to slow it down a little bit so it doesn't splash, because once it completely separates, it'll start splashing that milk everywhere. Now it'll start to clump up the butter. See how it's separating? All that liquid now? Look at there. There it is, guys. There's the butter. Alright, looks like we're done. There's our butter. And there's our buttermilk separated from it. My hands are clean. There's our butter. Now we gotta rinse it. We gotta get all the buttermilk separated. You wanna use super cold water. So you take it, kind of squeeze it, get all of that buttermilk out of it. Squeeze it. They say it's good to smack it to really get all of the liquid bubbles out of it, all the buttermilk bubbles that are inside of it. You want to take and kind of hit it. And keep it cold though. There you go. You got your butter, guys. Dry it off a little bit. Just keep it nice and cold. There you go. At this point, you can add your salt to it. We can salt it up. Don't want to put too much salt in there, but it should be good. Homemade butter, guys. All right, now guys, I'm going to show y'all how to take the butter that you just made, and we're going to clarify it, and we can flavor it however you want. What I'm about to do is make some rosemary thyme butter, and we're gonna clarify it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna separate all of the milk solids from it, and that'll bring the temperature smoke point up, and that way you can cook it with steaks and it won't burn. So we're just gonna melt this down. put it on the stove. We'll just melt it down and let it kind of sizzle and melt. We'll add our rosemary. Then we'll add our thyme. And let that flavor kind of infuse in with it. And we're just going to let this just kind of boil and melt. And we're going to get all the water and everything out of it, and we're going to make it into a nice clean oil, butter, clarified butter. And it's going to be perfect for steaks, cooking different things like shrimp, or anything that you don't want that you're going to be doing with high temperatures. So we'll go ahead and let that boil down. All right, so now that it's started boiling, we're going to skim off the top. Cloves of garlic pureed with olive oil. We're going to drop some of that in there. All right, so we'll let this continue to simmer for a little longer. Let that garlic and thyme and rosemary just infuse in there really well. Some more froth will come to the top. Almost done. All right, guys, so all I've got is a fine mesh strainer. I don't have a cheesecloth, and I just poked some holes in paper towels, and we're gonna go ahead and just strain out this butter. You can see it's almost taken on the color of the rosemary, a little bit of green in there. There it is, guys. That's the butter that I made for the steaks right there. Let's give it a little taste. I know it's hot. Get something clean to taste it with. Oh yeah, that's gonna be really good for the steaks. Nothing to it but to do it, guys.